said, and I don't have a copy of the poem, but I do remember this one line from it. Why to a peacock spraying feathers unobserved would be absurd. So my mother wrote this poem back to me very fast. I am appalled, but pen your patter if you must. Know you this, eclipse will bring silent, mongrel poet's dust. But spray your feathers, shoot your quills, gather peanuts while you may. Who can taste their 5-cent flavor when his jowls are in decay? Abdicate the throne, climb down, jig a while and strut. Stoop with eager, fumbling hands to scoop the scattered silver up. I am aloof. Strum your thin, contemporary tune. That was my mother, Edna Tulane Wilmington, who took me to movies in the 50s, talked to me about Hitchcock, and Michael Curtiz and Vincent Minnelli way before I ever heard of the auteur theory, way before I ever read Andrew Sarris. And who was in the room when I saw the movie that really changed my life. I was 12 years old. I wanted to see at 10 o'clock a movie I'd read about in the TV movie guidebook called Citizen Kane by Orson Welles. But my mother worked. She had to work at jobs were beneath her all her life when she should have been painting and sculpting and drawing things. So she had to sleep at 10. And the TV was in her room, and I snuck in, so I wouldn't wake her up. I turned it on, pulled the leaves over, sat right up close to the TV, and watched Citizen Kane, a movie that's still my favorite of all time. And I was just amazed. Just transformative experience, and she was there in the room when it happened. And I can't describe how many different movies over the years I saw with her, including movies like Mean Streets and Goodfellas that she liked. She was a fan of Scorsese's Peckinpah. And I feel very bad, but exalted in a way that I knew her, that I can still talk about her, and that she left me a legacy, appreciating art, fighting for artists. Because that, in a way, is what most of the critics, most of my friends here, and they are most of my friends, are fighting about. The chance to let art exist in the movies, to let artists thrive while they make movies, to point the audience to experiences that will excite them, stimulate them, thrill them, and change them, teach them, amuse them. Her favorite movie was Singin' in the Rain. And her favorite movie star was Gene Kelly. And her favorite scene of all the movies she'd seen, mostly with me, was, of course, the Singin' in the Rain dance, Singin' in the Rain. And at her funeral, I delivered a eulogy. You can read it if you want. It's on moviecitynews.com. If you go to my movie column, Wilmington on Movies, you go to the end of the column, there's an archive. And it'll say Edna Wilmington on two of the past columns, and you can read But I mentioned that every night while she would sing, I used to go to the bedroom and I used to say to her, "Good night, dear mother," so she'd know I was there. And then to reaffirm what she was, an artist, and to tell her that she was beautiful, because she'd said to me once, "Well, I wasn't pretty, I was smart." She was wrong. I'd say, "Good night, beautiful artist." Sometimes she'd say to me, "Good night, dear son," not always. And then, as a kind of prayer, as confidently and as brightly and cheerfully and optimistically as I could possibly say, I said to her, "See you in the morning." So I did that at the end of the funeral address. You'll see if you read the eulogy. And I said, "Good night, dear mother," and kissed her, and "Good night, beautiful artist, and see you in the morning." And then I turned over to the TV set we had it arranged. And we all watched Singing in the Rain, ballet with Gene Kelly, my mother's favorite scene, her favorite movie. And it was a beautiful moment. And that's what movies can give you. Particularly movies that you can share with someone. And that's what I think critics are good at, and what we try to do. We try to give the experiences we can share, that we can all share, and we feel happy that we've shared those experiences. Okay, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to go along that way. That long about it. It's difficult not to. She was an example of the kind of artist that doesn't get a critic behind them. And believe me, I felt very bad over the past month and a half or so, thinking the one artist who I really wanted to bring to the world, tell the world about, was my mother. And I wrote about her twice. The second time it was too late. Okay, anyway, questions. I know at question and answer sessions, sometimes it's difficult to hear the questioner. I may walk around a little so I can hear it too. So if you got a question, I just suggest you kind of boom it out so that everybody can hear. Okay? You can kind of turn halfway. Don't necessarily just address it to me.
Many of us probably may have a similar